welcome to Spiced Chaos. Thanks so much for being with us today, guys. I am Leanne of SpicedPlans.
And I am Caitlin from Creating in Chaos.
And we are so excited to be back with you guys today for episode 3.
Yay, so excited.
I know. I can't believe that we've made it to episode 3.
I know, with all of the craziness that keeps happening. I keep feeling like every time I'm like, okay, I can breathe, like my life is slowing down, then like 10 more things pop up. I swear, it's madness over here right now.
Yeah, and everybody always says that, like, okay, so I'm going to do this, this, and this when my life slows down. And
Exactly.
life just never slows down. Like, it just never actually, like, gets slow enough for us to do those things. And it is a miracle, I feel like, every time you and I get to record. Like,
I know.
Seriously, listeners, you guys are super lucky because this podcast is difficult to get done. Because for us to find, an hour and a half to 2 hours to actually talk to each other is just, it's amazing. So,
no kids screaming in the background.
No.
And no like teacher duties to do and no other social media, no Happy Planner lives, but we'll talk about that later.
Yes, it's almost like the past week since we last spoke to you guys. This past week has been such a whirlwind of emotion and excitement and just all kinds of stuff. So leaving the Happy Planner stuff aside, because obviously, like, not everyone, wants to hear about Happy Planner stuff all the time.
Who are these people?
I know, right? So, have you had a good week? Has it been a good week?
It has. I feel real tired right now, but it's been really good. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, but I just need a minute to breathe. I feel like I'm like jazzed for all of the exciting stuff that's coming up, and like I've had a lot of caffeine this week. And like my kids, I don't know if they're feeling like Friday the 13th or like what's happening, but I feel like there's some behaviors popping up. So I just feel like I'm like kind of buzzing, like when you're like excited and then like all the things and maybe like stressed. So it's been a good week, but I think I need like, I don't know, maybe I need some self-care. Maybe I need to go pick up some face masks or something.
Absolutely, because that's what I'm doing all month is like just taking care of myself.
Yeah.
And feeling myself. I'm feeling myself quite a bit. You know how it is.
And so, how has your week been?
Well, my week has been fine. I am like you. I'm waiting for things to slow down. And I'm so not used to my schedule right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that I can put it is that like every day is different because I teach high school on an A-day, B-day schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And I can never remember what time my planning period is.
That's the worst.
Yeah, because on A days I have on A days I have third block planning. Yeah, I know. And on B days I have fourth block planning. So, on days when I have fourth block planning, which is the last block of the day, sometimes I can scoot out just a little bit early and get some extra stuff done because, we both have these side hustles that we're trying to push.
Yeah.
And, whenever I have a chance to like run to Hobby Lobby or run to Michael's or run out and, just do errands that I wouldn't want to have to bring my kids with me.
Right.
But I never know from day to day, like, okay, what is it today? Well, I feel like I'm always upside down.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. I feel like it's the time of year or something. I don't know, but I'm hoping for both of us that things just like chill out for a little bit soon.
It's happy busy. It's happy busy. All of the things that we have going on, and in a minute we can do some plugging.
Yeah.
All of the things that we both have going on are very important to us. So if I wasn't doing things that I love to do, then I would just cut some of the things out. Like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But, I'm enjoying, editing podcasts and, all of the other things that I have going on, planning wise and stuff like that. So it's okay. Like it's okay to be this busy, but I am thankful every time you and I get a chance to sit down and actually record this show.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm on the other end of that. Like I haven't recorded a YouTube video in goodness knows how long, and I haven't been posting to Instagram still because like work is wild busy. My kids are just needing a lot of attention right now, and I feel like the day is just like getting away from me. And with Harrison not napping, or not really napping, there've been a few days where he did, but I just don't know where to fit in my recording time. It's been like a new shift, so I feel like it's been like kind of rough around the edges for me. So I miss the things that I love, so I'm hoping to get back to it soon.
Oh yeah, I know that adjustment, and we talked about this some last episode of a child that used to nap and taking the nap away, and I know that's changed your daily dynamic because you probably, from last year, because you did the same job last year too, didn't you? You worked from
I
home.
did, but I was in the high school and now I'm in the middle school. And so a lot of the processes are different. And I feel like just the parents maybe need a little bit more support, which I'm totally fine to do. But it's just an adjustment and like knowing how much workload I have versus what I had last year. So not complaining for sure. But again, it's just kind of an adjustment about learning the processes, meeting with a new team, meeting with new students, and I'm teaching a different class this year. So I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants there, and all of our teacher listeners will get that too.
Oh, absolutely. So how was your day? Are you having a good day today?
Yeah, it's again just kind of being in that busy schedule. So just trying to make sure that I get everything done and fit all the things in.
Yeah, I know, and getting in this recording too. I know because we're in the
Right.
middle of your day over there on the West Coast.
Yes, it's like lunchtime over here.
The first two episodes, okay, and moving on to the big deal. We've had so many listens. Oh my God. So, the last time we
Yes.
talked about our listens, we were like, oh, we have 50 listens. And by the time the new episode dropped and that had already been recorded, we were well into the hundreds. So,
Yeah, that's so crazy. And let's see, last night I looked and we had 43 subscribers over on our YouTube channel. But let me look right now to see if we got some like UK friends or some late night owls who have subscribed. Oh, we're at 45
yay!
subscribers.
See, that is
Yay!
that is so exciting. And just thank you guys so much for
Thank you
listening to
so
us
much.
and embracing us, and just all of the people that are sharing that you're listening to the podcast. Seriously, that is the only way that we
Hmm.
can get the word out about the podcast is when you're listening and you take that screenshot and you share it in your Instagram stories. Like that's
Hmm.
the only marketing that we have. We're only using
Totally.
Instagram.
Yes.
So,
Can
if you're,
I address a question that I've gotten from some of our listeners really quick
of
around Spice
course.
Chaos versus Hello Happy? And you might want to speak up on this as well.
Oh, of
Um,
course, yes.
but people are wondering, and it seems to be a popular question, that now that Spice Chaos is around, if Hello Happy is going away.
No, Hello Happy is not going anywhere. I love doing Hello Happy.
Oh, good. Yeah. I know that we've talked about that, but it just seems to be something that keeps coming up, and I just want to reassure people who love both Spice Chaos and Hello Happy that we'll be in a parallel. We'll be both existing together.
Yes, and there's no reason, I mean, I guess I understand us calling this a Planner Girl podcast, but Hello Happy is a specifically happy planner podcast.
Yes.
So Queen and I talk about happy planner products and like nothing else. We talk about what we're doing with our happy planner. We talk about, happy planner news. That is kind of what Hello Happy is all about. And this is just kind of a lifestyle show where we kind of talk about our lives. We talk about the stuff that's going on in our planners, behind the planners, that kind of thing. So I totally understand the concern. If you are a fan of Hello Happy, I appreciate you and love you. And I just want to assure you, Hello Happy is here to stay. I adore that podcast and my co-host, and we just released an episode, and it was a super fun one. So,
Yeah,
you
and I
know,
love you girls too. I'm a Hello Happy listener as well. So I follow you. I
yes,
follow you over there too.
I know Caitlin has been like one of our first. She was one of our first Hello Happy listeners. So,
Yeah.
and speaking of Hello Happy, that is one of the things that I do. And
Yeah.
I also have an Instagram. If you somehow found our podcast and you are not following me on Instagram, I am at SpicedPlans. And the podcast has an Instagram called at spicedchaospodcast.
Yeah.
So I also have a YouTube channel that occasionally has a video.
They're really good videos though. You guys should go over and subscribe to her.
Every once in a while, I will put up a video. And when I do, I feel so proud of myself.
They're really
Because
good.
I just never it's like I've got so much other stuff going on that hasn't been like my main focus, but I do love it once I put one up. I'm like, oh, look at all these people coming to watch.
Yeah.
So, and what do you have going on, Caitlin?
I have, well, really nothing right now because I haven't been posting anywhere. But I have been on YouTube for like, oh my gosh, this is like 5 years now. And my channel is Creating in Chaos. And I'm also over on Instagram and I'm Creating in Chaos _official.
You don't want any imposters.
Yeah.
You are Creating a Chaos official for
Well,
sure.
Creating in Chaos was taken. So I'm not like trying
Oh.
to toot my own horn.
Oh, well, you can toot all the horns that you want to, Caitlin, because you are awesome and you were one of my first planner girls that I ever watched. So you need to get back to making videos because
I know I
I need
need
a
to.
fix. You and Queen both. I love to watch y'all's videos. And every time there's one coming out, I'm like, could you give me a little preview of the video before everybody else gets to see it?
I
Uh,
know. And as soon as I get my stuff, and I've been actually, okay, I've been talking to some like planner friends because I'm hunting down my happy planner stuff. So videos are coming. I just have
okay.
not had the time to like film a plan with me and edit it basically because I do the chatty ones if you guys are unfamiliar with my planning style over on YouTube and those take some time to edit.
Oh, absolutely. No, because I just recently made a couple videos and one of them I chat through and then the other one I voice over. So
Yeah.
I'm just still kind of trying to find my path, but I
Really.
like that I have a couple in my back pocket that I've already filmed. I just need to do the voiceovers and get them up, and I just am super happy that they're filmed and the voiceover part's easy. So, um,
Hey,
all right. So I guess we need to talk about this happy planner situation.
right? Woo, I'm so
Yes,
excited. I'm so
I know.
excited.
Because you were saying that you've got like people all over the planner world like helping you find your products. I
Yes.
know that I am going to pick up the two big fat sticker books for you.
Oh, yes, girl.
Yes, I already have them and I didn't get them for you yesterday because I had to do two transactions just to get mine with my coupons.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no worries. No
Yeah,
worries.
so if I had been like, I'm going to need two additional transactions with the very same two coupons because I have a
Hmm.
friend that I'm buying these for, that lady would have not appreciated that.
Oh, she was not a helper. I
Well,
understand.
she was helpful enough that she let me do more than one transaction. I mean, a lot
Got
of
it.
times they'll scan your coupons and then they say, "Oh, well, it didn't work on that one, and there's nothing you can do."
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, but this one, she was like, well, let me just take this one off and you can pay and then we'll run your coupon for this one too. So I'm going to go back this weekend with my coupon and get you yours. But I don't think that you'll have a hard time finding those at Michael's.
Yeah, I might even go look. I've been calling, and I actually called Hobby Lobby this morning, and the most helpful person that I talked to this morning, he was a security guard. So it said Hobby Lobby security, and I was like, "Oh, you probably don't know what I'm looking for, but do you have the new Happy Planners in?" And he's like, "Oh, so all of this information." And then he's like, "Yeah, they'll probably be in like a week or two." And the lady that I talked to previously was like the paper crafts manager, and she's like, "We're not getting those until October." So I wonder if
Okay.
she's just getting inundated with calls and is trying to like hold people off. But she's
Well,
not she's not holding me off because I'll be there.
that's very possible. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the big fat sticker books just came to Michael's and they're the same as that Joanne mega sticker book. I mean, we're talking to our audience as if they all know
Right.
everything about the Happy Planner.
They might. I think a lot
Well,
of
they
happy.
might. The Happy Planner released a big 100-page sticker book back around Black Friday of last year.
Mhm.
And now with this new fall release, there's several mega sticker books, and the first two that have become available say I heart stickers on the front, and there's a pastels and there's a bright.
But did
And
you see Heather's stories? She said when she flipped through them that they were almost the same inside, and so that you don't necessarily need both of them. So I don't know if you share that opinion or not, but
I have only looked through the pastels,
oh, interesting.
but I will say this. I can never get too many boxes and I can never get too many florals.
Right?
And all of the things that are in those books, I don't mind having multiples of. I mean, I could literally just plan with those two books for like the next 6 months or something and not ever use anything else.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
So,
pretty
no,
awesome.
I have to have them both, Caitlin. I mean, clearly.
I kind of feel that way too, but I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to
Well,
talk myself down.
and she actually like took out her duplicate pages and sent them to Mariel, her friend. And
Oh.
I thought, well, maybe I can just pull out my duplicate pages and send them to Caitlin. And then we can just
Mm-hmm.
split the cost. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to want these pages. So,
Yep.
yeah, because I want all the stickers. I
Right.
mean, I've actually considered buying myself a second copy of both books, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, hold on to my money for the fall planners because there are 5 new girls in our life
Oh my
that
gosh,
we
yes there are.
that we have to talk about. So back to our folks that are not Happy Planner fans. Once a year, the Happy Planner releases a line called the Happy Planner Girl, and each girl has her own collection of planners, accessories, stickers, and she embodies some kind of personality.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I put that the right way? I think I explained
Yeah,
that.
or like maybe personality or like interests, that kind of thing.
Yes, maybe not so much personality, but like things that are interesting. So, the first year I think it was like glam girl and trendsetter and goal getter and those kind of those kind of folks. And then folks, are those planner girls? Are we folks?
Yeah, they could be folks. I mean, we're speaking to all the genders, all the people.
Yes, and then last year we had Miss Maker who was a crafter and
Mhm.
Super Mom and the Healthy
Socialite.
Hero, Socialite. That's right. So we had all these different kinds of interests. Well, this year, I have to say, when I first saw the list, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, I don't know about
Yeah.
this.
It feels totally different this year, like the girls that they chose.
It does feel very different. And, just to kind of run them down, Caitlin, can you remember them all off the top of your head? Because I'm
Oh,
sure I
snap. I
can't.
did not know there was going to be a quiz today. Okay, we got Stargazer, Happy
Yes.
Hostess, Homebody. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, hold on. I got this. Hold on. Oh, man, I don't got this. My
No, I
brain is too
always
tired.
I always give my students plenty of time to answer. So if you wanna take a
Okay,
minute.
so Happy Hostess, Homebody, Stargazer, The Encourager. Okay, and then who's the other one? Help me out. I'm phoning a friend.
Who is the other one? Seriously, there's literally people screaming at their
I know.
phones right now. Glam Girl.
Yes, the reboot of
Yes.
Glam Girl. How did I
Yes.
not know that? Oh, fail.
Well, she's the only one that they've rebooted.
That's right. Yeah,
So we remembered the 4 new ones.
that's right. We're on it for that.
Yeah, so we're on it for that. And I don't know, I had this idea, and for those of you who listen to me on Hello Happy have already heard me say this. I was 100% sure that I was homebody.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when Queen and I recorded that, and I said, I am homebody and I'm going to get that whole collection, like I meant it. I meant what I said.
Mhm.
But between you and me, listeners and Caitlin,
Ooh,
I am having the hardest time with my planner.
right.
And I feel so sad to say that. Like I'm having this very difficult time finding planner peace. And I think that I have figured out what my problem is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to share it with you really quickly before we get into our planner girl situation because this is going to dictate which planner girl I am. Um, okay, so here's my problem. I love to decorate my planner,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, isn't that what we
Yes.
love to do? We love to decorate our
Yes, we
planners.
do.
And I was decorating a plum paper planner. I was decorating an Erin Condren planner. I will decorate any planner that I have in my hands. And I'm back in my happy planner, and I'm happier than ever that I am because I'm never going to leave. I will never leave you again, beautiful happy planner.
Sorry, plum paper.
Yeah, I know because I really wanted to like become this plum paper planner person, but I just and I do love that planner, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I guess listeners, if anyone wants my plum paper planner, I will tear out the pages that I'm not using and send it to you.
Oh,
Yeah, you can have it.
hashtag.
So yes, hashtag giveaway. Just send me a little DM. Okay, so my problem has been I have been over decorating,
Mm. I
and
feel like that too, actually. I'm kind of in that
yes,
boat.
yes. So basically, what has happened is I have not been able to get my life together with my planners because when I sit down and look at my planner, I can't make sense of what is on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Now my spreads are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not trying to like, do any bell ringing or anything, but I love the way I lay down stickers. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a sticker rock star, I would have to
I
say.
have I have a lot of fun doing that, and I am always pleased with it when it's done, and as long as I like it, then nothing else matters.
Truth.
So I love to look at a decorated spread before the pen.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started to put my plans on it, I have not been able to keep my mind straight
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me if my therapy appointment is at 3 to put that way up at the top of the vertical box. And then, if I need to stop and get gas on my way to work at 6 o'clock to put that like in the middle of the box, and
Yeah.
based on the way I sticker things, sometimes my plans couldn't even start until like the middle of the box, because I had like
Mm.
a big full box there or something was in the way. Or when I was looking at my vertical spreads, even when I was trying to do like a lined vertical or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't see what I had going on. It just wasn't working for me.
Oh, got it.
So I thought I will try Homebody. I will try the dashboard. Now, I like the dashboard for work situations, but I'd never tried it for like my life.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that what you're going to switch to? Don't you think you're going to pick up Homebody?
Yes, I am a little nervous because last year when they first released, so there was a Supermom planner last year that was released in a Happy Girl line, and that was the very first time we'd ever seen this dashboard layout. And for those of you who don't know Happy Planner, it's kind of like a half vertical, or excuse me, half horizontal with like a little checklist at the top, and then you've got your days on one side, and then on the left-hand side, there's like a dashboard where you can make lists or do all the things over there. So I tried it, and that particular one, I couldn't really figure out how to decorate it. But looking at the home body, it is a much more simplified dashboard layout. There's like two big checklist columns and a big open space on the bottom of the left-hand side. And the spread itself is very, very minimal. It's very neutral. And I'm totally feeling that because then I can decorate it any kind of way I want.
Yes. And I was right there when they were doing the Homebody Live. I was like, yes, this is the one. These colors are beautiful. You can do
Yes.
anything with these spreads because they're so neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately went to my craft room and found I have the Wrong DeVoe Happy Planner that's the dashboard layout.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled those pages out, and I think I texted you.
Yes, she did.
I did. I decorated 2 dashboard layouts for the first 2 weeks of September, and I said, okay, when I get to work tomorrow, I'm going to transfer all of the plans that are in my current planner over to this dashboard layout and see if when I look at it, my brain makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which
And
that was just me giving it a try. And
yes.
I still, when I looked at those plans, just couldn't see my day. Like I just couldn't. This for whatever reason, I don't know where the disconnect is.
Yeah.
So I went home and I'm back to the drawing board and I'm like, so maybe I'm glam girl. And I get out my lined vertical squad life planner
Mm-hmm.
and I start planning in that. And I do 2 spreads just like I did with the dashboard layout. Now this is just proof that I have too many planners.
And maybe too many stickers.
Yeah, because I've done spreads that I've not even ended up using, but it's therapeutic for me to sticker.
Mm-hmm.
So and then, so I made 2 weeks worth of that layout, and then I went with my plans and tried to write them in, and I still it just was, something was just not right. So I, I remembered that I had bought myself the monthly layout planner that matched the first Be Happy box. Do you remember that first Be Happy box?
The monthly in the Be Happy box. So
Well,
the
no,
very
it
first
wasn't
one.
in the Be Happy box, but do you
Oh, got it.
remember? Right. Do you remember like the illustrations, like the
Yeah, it was
colors
like
in the
these
first?
bright colors on the black. Is that right?
Right, with black writing.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have that planner in classic size, and it is the monthly layout. So I love what I have happening right now because really what I need to be able to do is look at the whole month.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. I feel that.
And for whatever reason, when I look at the whole month, my mind like relaxes.
Hmm.
And everybody's different, you know? I mean,
Totally.
everybody is totally different. But, you know, when I put on here like that you and I are recording, you know, at 2:30 on Friday, and then I know that payday was Thursday and that I need to pay the car insurance on, you know, for whatever
Yeah.
reason, like I just relax when I see it all on a monthly sheet. And
Hmm.
then when you turn the page, you have three like trackers, places where you can track. And I usually keep habit trackers in my weekly spread. I put a new one in like every
Oh.
week.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, why? Why do that when I can just use this layout that's got a whole month's worth of trackers?
Yes.
So anyway, and then there's all of this like dot grid section where I've been like playing around with my hand lettering.
Which is so cute, by the way. I hope you post that on Instagram.
And then like there's a checklist, and then there's another there's like two checklists of like things that you want to work on the whole month that you can add to. And then when you turn the page, it's just page after page of checklists.
Yes. Love
And
it.
honestly, I think I'm Stargazer.
Stargazer. I could kind of see that though. Like, I could kind of see you being the stargazer.
Well, I never thought, I mean, I do love that kind of celestial moonchild kind of stuff, but I was
Mm-hmm.
never like, oh my God, free spirit. I have to have all the free spirit. You know, I was never
Yeah.
like that. But now that I'm in this layout, I'm excited. I'm actually going to buy two so that I can go ahead and start it.
That's what I said too about the homebody. Oh, geez.
I'm gonna buy two of the Stargazer planners, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull out October, November, and December from next year and just like redate it.
Oh,
So
that's exciting.
I know. I just hope I can find it. And at least that way I'll have both covers and the blue discs because Stargazer has those beautiful blue discs.
Yeah, oh my
So,
gosh, it really does. Oh, that's the
yes.
cover you're gonna go with, not the other one, not the one with the stars on it.
Well, I'm going to buy two. I'm going to buy two
Oh, you're gonna
planners.
get both of them.
I'm
Oh
going to
my.
get both of them. Yeah. So, and how I know that this is working for me is because today when I got to work, I sat down at my desk and I opened up my little daily to-dos to Friday the 13th, where I had written that it was Friday and what I needed to get done today. And there were things on the list that I had forgotten about, Caitlin.
Oh.
And I
Dang.
was like, this is why I need to make the list
Mm-hmm.
because I forget. I forget about things. The only other one that I think that I might be interested in moving into if this one doesn't really work out is Happy Hostess.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because there's a checklist on every single day. And that's kind of what I'm realizing that's how I plan. I like to see the whole month and then every single day have a list of things that I need to do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I tried, I guess it's the Happy Hostess and Miss Maker are the same layout, is that right?
That is right.
I tried that for a social media, but at that time I didn't need a weekly section for social media. I kind of still don't. So it didn't really work for that, but I could see it being good for like a day-to-day planner. I still am just really pumped about Homebody. I'm so pumped about it. I'm feeling it.
Well, I'm excited for you to try a new layout.
I know. I wonder, oh, I hope that doesn't like I hope my Instagram following count doesn't go down.
Oh, of course not. People love the dashboard.
Okay, good. Perfect.
So, but what I'm finding with this checklist layout with this monthly is that I'm not decorating this.
Mhm.
Like I'm not decorating this at all. And
Oh,
I
not at
mean,
all. Not one sticker.
okay, so I had to accidentally put some stickers on things that I messed up.
Mhm.
Isn't that what we do when we mess up? We just put a sticker on it. So like there was one day on like the 20th in my monthly layout where I wrote something that, you know, I realized was supposed to be written on the following week. So I
Mhm.
just put a box sticker over it and then moved it to the following week. And then I've got something on here on the 17th that you may know about that is kind of secretive.
Oh, yes, I do know about the secrets.
Yes, so you do know about the secrets. So I put a sticky note on top of it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've got a cute little sticky note written over that plan.
So many
So
secrets.
yeah, so it looks cute, and I'm sure that there's lots of places in here that I could put stickers that I will figure out. But I'm not going to
Hmm.
sit down once a week with this and like do a spread.
Oh, are you going to put stickers like on I guess it would be like the dashboard portion of it, or like,
Um, I haven't yet, but because
oh,
I'm a Franken planner, I have two other sections in my planner where I can
mhm.
satisfy my sticker needs.
Got it. I was just wondering. I was like, are we going
Yes.
all pen? Are we going to start doodling? Like, what are we
No.
doing?
Well, I mean, so I have a horizontal. I've got 5 months of, no, 4 months of horizontal in here, and that's where I keep up with all my podcast stuff. So,
Perfect.
yes, I don't keep any plans for anything else in this layout except for podcast stuff. So, like today is, I'm not going to tell you what today is. Um, so, like for today, I have our show notes written in the horizontal section of the planner.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good way to do it. I like that.
And then over here on the other side on Mondays when we have new episodes drop, I have like, okay, how many views, not views, how many listens did we get on the first day? How many listens did we get on the first week? So I'm keeping up with our stats in here too.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yes. And then in the back of the planner, I have my Amy Tangerine,
Hmm.
and it is my gratitude planner.
Oh, do you write it vertically?
Yes, I write it vertically
Oh,
because I like to have 3 pieces of gratitude every single day.
I love it.
So when I decorate it, I just make sure that there is somewhere in every box a place that I can write something. As long as Monday has room for 3 pieces of gratitude, then I'm good.
Oh,
So I'm pretty much open to be able to decorate it however I want to because I'm not going to be worried about putting my plans on it.
yes. Oh my gosh. So genius. I love it. I do feel
So
like I'm going to go a little more simplified also with the dashboard layout because the really cute pages that I like that I've seen on Instagram so far have a lot of pen and just a couple of stickers.
yes, those are much more minimal layouts. And I'm not saying that I don't want to sticker. I
Mm-hmm.
do. And that's why I have 2 sections in here that are like I decorate. I mean, our day today that we are podcasting in my horizontal planner is decorated. Like this week is I decorated a horizontal spread.
Oh,
Yes, I
okay.
decorated a horizontal spread and then but I don't photograph these.
Right.
Like so much of this stuff is like not been for the Instagram. So I
Right. Do
guess
it
I
for the
need to
gram.
start, yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to share maybe once I have like enough months of it to do this. I don't know if I'm going to share, my pages and pages of to-do lists in my monthly layout. I don't know. I don't know yet, Caitlin. All I know is that I may be
Oh.
Stargazer.
I kind of think you are a stargazer. Or maybe, so this is what happens to me. I get like so excited about all of the new things and then I try it out and it doesn't work. And a lot of my viewers and, listeners and that kind of thing have told me that they really appreciate seeing that process. So even if stargazer doesn't work for you and you end up going back to sort of your comfort zone, like it's good to just try something new and break it up and work that creativity.
Yes. Well, as many times as I have bought this planner that has this monthly layout, I have 2 other ones in my craft room. You know the
Oh.
one that came with the blush discs?
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, obsessed.
Yes,
Yeah, that
that
is,
is
what is that? Happy Illustrations?
no, it's vintage botanicals.
Oh, I think it's Happy Illustrations because I put blush discs on my Happy Illustration.
Yes, exactly. I know you did that, and that looks so beautiful. Um,
Yeah, you're
so
right though. It was Vintage Botanicals.
yeah, so I bought vintage botanicals for those discs, knowing that I was not a monthly layout kind of person. But
Hmm.
when I look at my monthly spread and everything for the month is right there in front of me, it's like my brain gives this sigh of relief.
Oh, I love it. I have always used my monthly spread like that though. And then I kind of break it down in the weeks. But I've always done that. That's just kind of it's been my, I don't know, my vision board, I guess, or like how I
Hmm.
guide my month. But I totally feel that. Like, I need to know what is going on at the beginning of the month and put all the things in. And then I can kind of add it and tweak it and then update it on those weekly pages. That's how I've always kind of done it. And I feel you on that.
Yes. So, you guys, planner piece is so elusive and hard to get.
Does it exist also with the Happy Planner, especially giving us all of this planner amazing product? Like, will we ever find planner piece? Oh,
Well, obviously, it's crossed my mind that I could splice together Stargazer and Homebody.
oh, okay, okay.
But what am I going to, why do I need a dashboard that's got a big checklist on it when I've got a huge set of checklists from Stargazer?
This is true. You could just take the weeklies out of Homebody if you feel like you need a weekly.
Well, yeah, that's true. Just the page that's got the, well, and like today, I've got so much planned for the weekend. This coming weekend, I've got so much planned to do that I had to take a piece of filler paper and I cut it down to mini half sheet size. And I wrote out like an extra long to-do list for the weekend and just kind of popped it in.
Perfect. Also, they
Yeah.
have those really pretty filler paper pages that are coming out with each of the different Happy Planner girls. And so if you have a day that like needs one of those, you could just pop those in too. Be a filler paper queen like Lauren.
Yes. See, and that's why I don't want to leave Happy Planner and go to Plum Paper, because I can't stick anything in the Plum Paper planner.
Exactly. I'm going to not go with the pun because this is a family show.
Oh, yeah, I can't insert anything into the paper planner. So, again, if anybody, Caitlin's dirty.
I'm sorry.
If anybody wants my Plum Paper planner, just send me a DM, and whoever gets there first, I'll mail it to you. I'm going to take my plans out, though, and I can't promise that there's not going to be some of it that's written on with, whatever. You'll get it whenever you.
You'll get it with love. It'll be extra loved.
Yes. So I'm not going to get one DM, Caitlin. You just wait. No, you are. You're
going to get like 100, and now you're going to have to get some like random name picker or something.
Well, no, everybody's going to be like, nobody wants that. We all are Happy Planners. So I don't know. So yes, you are Homebody. I am like half Homebody, half Stargazer. What about the Encourager?
I do like the Encourager, and I've been thinking about like maybe do I need her for my wellness stuff, but I don't know. I'm definitely okay, and I'm just going to be real honest. I'm going to get one of each of these for the covers and discs. Like at the very least, I am going to. It's going to happen. And because I just love them, like especially that Encourager cover with the peace signs and the hands where it says "Girls Support Girls." Like, how can you not?
Is that the cover you're going to get?
Yeah, when I pick that one up, that's the cover I'm going to get. I just love that one. So cute. I love the drawing covers that they do, like the illustrations.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if I need another planner for wellness stuff. I'm in a really good system right now with my wellness where I just use those weekly check-in pages that came with the wellness extension pack, and I really like those.
Oh, tell me about that.
Oh, okay. So they released a wellness extension pack, which was similar to like their accessory pack. So if you're unfamiliar with Happy Planner, it has like a folder in it, and then it has some stickers and then some filler paper. And so it's like wellness filler paper, and it has a couple of different categories. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it's basically like a weekly check-in for your wellness. Because for me, I don't do things like tracking my workouts because if I'm real, I don't work out every single day. I probably should, but I don't, unless you count chasing a toddler around my house.
I do count that.
You do count that. Okay, I'll write that in my planner as my workout. Or sometimes I'll do kids yoga with the kids. Like, I can't. There's zero time to do it right now. And again, back to the whole self-care thing, I should be doing it. But I really just like the wellness check-in so that I know where I'm at, and it just is working. It's just working for me a little bit better that way. Then I just also used one of the guided journals with that to kind of support it.
So you have the wellness guided journal?
Yes, I got one of each of those because I'm obsessed.
So I definitely have no idea what you're talking about with a wellness check-in sheet. So you're going to have to take a picture of that and show it to me.
Oh, I will. I wonder if they still have it on the Mambi website. I'll look. And if not, I'll take a picture of what I have.
Well, I mean, wait, it was a wellness accessory pack?
It was like a wellness accessory pack, yeah. And it was released, Oh, geez. When did that come out? I feel like it was not at the same time that this purple wellness planner came out, but like maybe a
March
little bit
8th. Was
before.
it part of the March 8th release?
It might have been even before that. I'd have to look. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, maybe when I pick up my Happy Planner Girl stuff from the Happy Planner website, maybe I'll throw one of those in the cart too, just to have like a wellness checklist section.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I literally have no idea what that is. But I mean, if it's working for you, then that's awesome.
Yeah. So long story short, I'm gonna get the Encourager because I love her covers, but I don't know if I will use her guts.
Yeah, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with that stuff?
I have a Patreon, sorry to plug my stuff for my Creating in Chaos, and I send them Happy Mail every month. So I'm probably just gonna send it to somebody.
Oh, and they don't mind just getting planner guts?
Yeah, well that's what I told them. I'm like, it's just stuff out of my collection that I don't use, so here you go.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome.
hmm
So I think that that's a great idea because I have so much stuff in my planner room that I'm not using.
Exactly.
So
That is my exact thought right
yes,
there.
and speaking of having too many planners, let's go ahead and move away from the Happy Planner Girl line because, most of the people that are listening to this probably saw the lives or they've seen the flip
They
throughs or
did,
they've
yeah.
seen some stuff. The covers are all beautiful.
hmm
Let's just put it that way. I mean, you're absolutely right that I would like to own all the covers. And
Yes.
there's a part of me that always thinks, no, I'm totally going to move into the Healthy Hero layout. Like I totally can just plan in that all the time.
Right?
And there's two layouts that I know for a fact that I can sticker.
Uh-huh.
And that's the horizontal and the vertical. Like I know that I can sticker those spreads, but I just don't know if I know how to sticker a Miss Maker layout. I don't know how to. I mean, do you cover up the checklist? Do you keep them? Like, I don't know. What are
I
you
guess
supposed
it's your preference, really. And the thing that I didn't like about the Miss Maker, kind of just going on to that, was that it was just so bright every week. And so I would have had to cover everything to be able to do any kind of different layout.
And see, that's the problem that I'm having with the wrong stuff. Is that
Same. Yeah.
yes?
It's too
So
decorated.
right, I have the wrong dashboard layout, and I love the dashboard layout, and I was trying to figure out how to use it, but I have to cover up a little pair of shoes and like a little pair, like a
Right.
little handbag, like every single week. It just doesn't.
Yes.
So that is one of the things that was stressing me out, and that's why when I found, well, I don't want to be stressed while I'm
No,
doing
you
this.
don't.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
feeling for you. You don't want to be stressed in your planner.
yeah. So when I sent you those pictures, I had covered up. You can't just put like a random full box sticker just anywhere.
Right.
It's not like I can say, okay, there's a pair of shoes here. Let me cover up half of this box with this random, doesn't make any sense, full
Right. And
box
then what do you
sticker.
write in it? Like what do you do later?
Well, then you're out of space because you've put so many stickers on top of
Yeah,
the things that you were trying to hide.
exactly. It's just a mess.
Well, yes, and I hate having a random box.
Yeah, I totally hear you.
So that was another problem is that I went to the dashboard layout after I had decorated them, and I decorated them fine. I was fine with how they turned out.
Hmm?
They looked beautiful before the pin, but when I started putting my pin on it, I was like, there's a box here that there's no reason for this box to be here. Like, what is
Like,
this?
what are we doing?
Why is this box here? But when all I have to deal with every single day is a checklist,
Right. Oh yeah. I like that.
then it's just so much easier because today I was like checking stuff off. Like I was doing things that I normally don't want to do
Girl,
just
yes.
because I was excited to check them off of my checklist.
And that is, I think that describes planner piece right there.
Well, that's this the first time in a long time because it used to be like when I found my vertical layout for the first time and I
hmm
started planning, I was like, I will never stray from vertical. I don't know who these people are that are trying to do some other something. Yeah, but then I branched out and I've tried all the layouts, and the only one that I cannot get down with is that lined vertical. I just don't know what I'm doing when I look at that. And I did some layouts last night, and I'm sure if I put them on Instagram that you would be like, "Oh, that's pretty."
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that it looks fine. I have one that I put up. In fact, the last Throwback Thursday that I did, because I have tons of spreads from this summer that I didn't share because I did so much planning just for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I photographed everything because that's what you do.
Right. Sure.
So I have all these pictures in my arsenal of like things that I can use as throwbacks. And the one that I shared this week was lined vertical. And people like it, but where am I supposed to put? I mean, I don't know how to put my plans on that.
Yeah, I could only use it as it was, at the original layout in the goal getter. If it was an hourly, so if it had dedicated sections to each hourly, then I could use it that way. But I could not. I can't just see that blank vertical line. It's the same thing for me, like with a horizontal. I cannot get down with that. There's too much space there for me.
Well, and see, I like the space for what I'm using it for.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that that's like how people find their peace is because, they figure out this is how I want to use the space and this is how my brain works.
Exactly.
And, for me to put our show notes for today, and I'm looking at them right now, in one of those horizontal boxes,
Yep.
like they all fit. I have number 1, number
Yay.
2, number 3, number 4, like they're all like kind of side by side.
And that keeps us from talking too much.
Well, does it?
Maybe. I mean, it'll only give you how many lines. It's got to cap us somewhere.
Well, that's true. I can only get to this far once it doesn't fit in my horizontal box anymore. And I was
You have to be quiet.
I was nice, and I wrote them out like all pretty for you so that I could send you a picture of them so that you could see them. Because
That was very sweet. Leanne does the most. She does all the things for me.
I do not do the most. We both do the things. This is a joint effort.
I know. Leanne's like the mama. She like takes care of me. She's like, okay, you need to do this. And I'm like, okay, I'm on it. Sorry.
Well, and I know, and sometimes, seriously, it takes me like all of 4 minutes to write down what we should maybe talk about today because I know what's going to happen is that we're just going to talk to each other and forget that we're recording, and then who knows what it's going to turn into.
That's right.
So I try to keep us guided a little bit, but no one that's listened to the show so far can tell that we have any kind of plan whatsoever.
But I think they love that. I mean, you guys can let us know by DMing us at our Instagram or whatever. Let us know if you like just our random conversation.
Yeah, slide into our DMs and say y'all talk too much and we don't want to hear anymore. Well, then if you don't want to hear us talk, then
unsubscribe. Bye.
Yeah. So I guess what I want to ask you, because I know that we have the same job. Mm-hmm. What do you use for work? How do you plan for work? I use
a big teacher planner, but it's about to get a big facelift because
talk about what you were doing before.
Okay, so I was both of these were inspired by Heather Kell.
Of course they were.
I know. Because if you guys don't follow Heather Kell, she's Kell of a Plan on Instagram. And if you're not following her, what are you doing with your life even? But like, she was a teacher and now she's a full-time, I guess, influencer. I kind of hate that word, but that's what she does. She's a full-time social media guru. We'll call her that.
I hate that too.
You hate that too. Okay. She's a full-time social media professional. How about that?
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. Sounds good. So, she used to use her teacher planner for a social media planner, and she flipped the layout. So she would cover the dates. So the layout is there's dates along the side, along the spine. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no weekends, and then your blank categories across the top. So she flipped those and would put her dates across the top. So there was a full 7 days, and then her categories down the side. And I was doing that because I don't teach a full 7 classes, but Heather Kell showed me how she used to teach or used to plan in her teacher planner. And it is everything. So she uses it like the planner is intended, and the categories that she uses, because she was also a middle school teacher like me, so I'm vibing with it. So now I'm going to flip it back to how the planner was actually intended.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that. How does that work?
So,
do you have it in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me, but the way that she did it was she's like, okay, put your classes in there. So for me, it would be advisory, or I teach this class called EdTech, Educational Technology. That would go in one. Avid 7 would go in another, and then Avid 8 would go in the third column on that page. And then she said, fill up the other columns with things that are the most important to you. And one that she included was a planning column, like a plan ahead. So you have like your daily lessons in there for each of your classes that you've already written. But then after you've taught that lesson, or maybe looking at that lesson, if you need to plan something to prep for next week, you already have it in your current week. I thought that was friggin' genius. And then for me, I would put in Avid Site Team because I am on our Avid Site Team. And then I would put in meetings and then trainings or professional development. And that would be the 7 categories.
Wow. Okay. Because see, like my brain right now is like 7 categories.
Yeah.
How do you keep those 7 categories straight? Obviously in your planner.
Yeah, exactly. But see, those 7 categories are things that I do every single day. And I feel like because more things are popping up, I'm teaching an extra class this year. I feel like keeping it all separate like that and being really visual about it is going to be super awesome. And I'm really excited about the extra planning category, like the plan and prep category. I think it's going to be really good.
Right. Well, I feel like that this is just an episode of how many different planner layouts has SpicedPlans tried in the
Oh,
past
yeah. Tell
2
me, is
weeks.
this about, you're going to talk about your work planner?
Okay, so my work planner was a daily, oh, here we go. It was a daily plum paper planner.
Oh,
I
nation.
know. I ordered this beautiful, big sized planner from Plum Paper, and I thought I will write down what I'm doing at school every single day on a different sheet, kind of like a lesson plan,
Yeah.
like I was going to write out like my 5-point lesson plan on this
Oh, that
planner.
makes me have a little bit of post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Well, I haven't done that
Chapter
in,
right.
I mean, no, I haven't done that in so long. I mean, because that was going to be my next question for you is, do you have a place at this point in your career where you have full page lesson plans, or do you just kind of jot down in your planner what everybody's doing every day?
So I jot down in my planner what we're doing every day, but I also have like I guess it's like a year at a glance. And so we teach in like a virtual classroom. And so it has in there like the date, if we've had a live lesson, what the topic is for the day. If there's resources, I'll put in a hyperlink. So if they need to like read an article, it's right there. And then if that day we did have a live lesson, because we record them as well, so if it's recorded and I have a link to it, I'll also include that there. And I have that and the kids have that. So I have my planner, which has like my teacher notes in it, and then this like month at a glance as well.
Okay, so in the little box that goes with, I don't know, what did you say, 8th grade Avid?
Hmm.
And you know that you guys were going to do X, Y, and Z today, you would write X, Y, and Z in that planner box, and then you would have so much more stuff going on like your online
Yeah.
class.
Because I would need to be able to like click on it and I would need to pull up the resource and like, let's say we're talking about focused note taking, for example. I would
Right.
need to know like what strategies I need to teach, what things I need to do to support those kids because I mean, the AVID is an elective class, but there are a lot of strategies that we're teaching that I would say are just kind of best practice teaching strategies.
Yes, I agree completely. I think that Avid is amazing and that every student should have to take at least one semester
Woo.
of it. Um,
Yes.
yeah, because, those Cornell notes, I mean, do you guys still do Cornell notes in Avid?
So that's the cool thing. Like, we're going to get on an Avid soapbox really quick, but we don't necessarily teach Cornell notes. Like, that is one of the options, but they could do 3 column notes. They could do 2 column notes. There's a lot of other variations because Avid started to look at the data and they recognize that Cornell notes aren't going to work for every single kid or necessarily even every single subject. So that is an option for some classes, but they don't have to for every class.
Okay, well, that's the first. When I did an Avid training, that was the first time I had ever heard of Cornell Notes, and I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, this is cool. You like put the question over here, and but I liked that." And I have noticed that I have students that have taken Avid that do take notes a little bit differently than my
Hmm.
students that haven't. So, no, I think that what you're doing is valuable. I think it's super valuable
Well,
class,
thank you.
and unlike my classes,
No, film is totally valuable.
film
That's
and
totally
creative writing.
valuable.
Well, so what I was finding was that I, yes, I know that today we're watching Rear Window. and that in my creative writing class, we're going to be working on our Twilight Zone episodes or whatever. Like I can write down like those tiny little details in my
Can I
like,
take can I take your class, by the way?
yes, I wish that I had an online option so that more
Yeah.
people could experience it. Um, because I love what I do, and I think that that does make a difference too. Because I mean, when you're showing teenagers the Twilight Zone from the 1950s or 60s,
Mhm.
I mean, I've got this entire room full of high schoolers that are totally into the Twilight Zone now.
That's adorable.
So, like, because we're writing our own Twilight Zone episodes in creative writing, and that's going to take us a little while. Um,
Mhm.
so, especially because you have to talk about like how to write a screenplay, and there's writing techniques that have to go along with that, and all this kind of stuff. So, what I have is I have a big happy planner, and because I'm not going to use that plum paper, that was too much. It was like, especially with the A-Day, B-Day class, I was repeating
Mhm.
myself over and over again because what I do on A-Day, I'm going to turn right around and do it again on B-Day.
Exactly, yeah.
So there's no point in trying to write that every single day, this big long, here's what's going to happen first, second, third, whatever, like in the agenda for the class. So, and I
Mhm.
also have found that in my personal planner, the planner that I keep, our show notes in, and my like meal plan, and like my daily driver that I keep everything in my catch-all, I
Mhm.
don't need to reference work in there.
Oh, okay. What if you have to be like out at a training and maybe like your husband needs to pick up your kids or something? Does that need to go in your personal planner?
Well, okay. So what I put in my personal planner, like in my checklist of things to do, I will put like today I needed to do a makeup training session because of I went to my grandmother's funeral and I missed a
Mhm.
couple days of work,
Mhm.
and they did a training on the advisory, it was like an advisory online flex dashboard, all these words,
Mhm.
and I had to do that makeup training. So I
Mhm.
have that on my list of things to do. So work does creep into this catch-all, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to write in my catch-all that we're watching Rear Window today.
Got it. Yeah, exactly. Same.
So, and that's what I was doing. I was trying to keep in my catch-all, we're watching Rear Window, we're doing Twilight Zone, and then also in
Mm.
my teacher planner, like write those things out more detailed. So I realized I don't need that in both places.
Right.
I only need to know that this is what we're watching in film in one place. So what I've done, that big planner, it's the Happy Year planner that's big, that's got the
Oh
Glam
yeah.
Girl
Uh-huh.
lines.
Yes.
I'm using that, and instead of keeping them inside the vertical boxes,
Mhm.
I will write out what is happening for this chunk of A Day and B Day.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, and it's all like I have been doing some stickering, but it's all after the pen. Like there's no before the
Yes.
pen spread because this is just me like getting down to the nitty gritty. Because for instance, with every single film, they do a film journal, and when it's over, they have a series of questions. Well,
Mhm.
I am coming up with the questions with my planner in front of me, and I'm writing in my planner what those questions are.
Ooh, I like that too. Yeah,
So
that's
then
good.
while they're watching the film, I can then on my computer like put them in the Google Drive or wherever.
Ooh,
And
yes.
so because I'm much more productive when I'm pen to paper than I am with hands on the keyboard,
Mhm.
I am more creative in my like question making process if I have a pen in my hand.
Yeah.
So like today we finished The Martian,
I've never
and
seen that one.
oh, it's one of my favorite movies. And I had a series of 3 questions that I wanted to ask them when The Martian was over, and I had them all written in my planner. So while they were watching the film, I just got my planner out and typed it up, and then when they were done with the film, I put them up on the overhead.
Ooh, okay.
So that is how I'm planning my work life. And those are the only 2 planners that I have because I've got to stop putting up pictures of my mini, Caitlin.
I know. I threw my mini to the wayside as well. I just use her for the dashboard now, or the currently section, because none of my other planners have currently sections.
There is no reason for me to have this mini planner.
Yeah, same. I feel you. I'm like, I don't leave my house. I'm like, it's my on the go planner. And I'm like, but I'm homebody. I
Well,
don't
I
leave my
know.
house.
I don't want, and it's like let me pick up my moose bag right now. I've got my
Oh
moose
yeah,
bag.
hashtag
Yeah.
plug. Gotta love a
Hashtag
moose.
moose bags.
Moose bag.
So I
If you
have
don't
my,
know about Moose, go to their website. We'll
yes,
have it
those are
linked
the,
in all the
the
places.
handbags that I'm obsessed with. And
I'm also obsessed.
that's a whole nother day for a whole nother show.
Yeah.
So I have my mini in there. And the way that I have the mini set up right now is it's just like it's got like a ton of like just blank note paper in the beginning of it. Like it's just like a notebook.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I have my horizontal layout, but it's like week after week of like beautiful spreads that I've decorated,
No pen.
but haven't written anything on because why am I going to write it there and write it in my catch-all? Like
Exactly.
I'm going to keep my catch-all. The only reason that I keep the mini around is because it's super cute.
Right. It is so cute.
I have my blush discs on it right now, and
Oh,
it's real chunky. I love a chunky mini.
me too. Yeah.
Um,
Same.
so I have all of 1 year, like I have a whole year in here, and then I have a whole bunch of note paper. So it's chunky, and if I needed to like you know how sometimes when you're on the go and you do need to pull out a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
I could pull this out, and I have pens in my purse, and I could, if I needed to like give somebody my phone number or something, I could write it down. But I mean, it's become a notebook.
Yeah. Which I think is fine. Like happy notes are a thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want a chunky happy notes. Like knowing that there is a calendar in here is like, I think that it's just more than anything, it's just comforting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe just a monthly calendar. Maybe you're a monthly mini too.
I know. Maybe I need the mini stargazer.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, matching. I love matching. If you guys didn't know that about me, I love everything to match. It's my favorite.
Well, I mean, I don't know which mini I'm gonna get. I don't know. I mean, there's just so much stuff to get. But having multiple planners,
It's hard.
it's hard because I mean,
Yeah.
there are some people that manage to maintain like 8 planners, and
Like
I
Heather
just
Kell, she's a rock star with her multiple planners.
Yes, and it's like she can just whip out that social media planner and it's beautiful and decorated and she can look at the spread and know what's going on in her life. And for me, I can't get my plans into my mini and my catch-all.
I agree. I wonder if it's the difference, and this is not to shade anybody who doesn't have children, but I wonder if it's the difference between having kids and not having kids. Because I feel like if I didn't have kids, I would have like 1,000 more hours, and maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't not have kids, so I don't know. But I feel like I would have more time for myself to sit down and write in multiple places. Because I
You
feel like
know,
that's what I did in college.
I have no idea because I have had kids for so long, but I have friends that don't have children and they're busy.
Yeah, that's true. But they don't have, when they're in their not busy time, they don't have like, in my example, like a toddler climbing them and trying to punch them in the face, you know? Like
Well,
they're
that's
just
very
sitting on their
true.
couch and they could like write in their classic, they could write in their mini, like leisurely watching whatever Netflix they're gonna watch.
Yes, yes. I maybe. I don't know. But what we love about Happy Planner is that we can have three different types of spreads in one book.
Yes, I'm team
And
Frankenplanner right here.
yes, and I have tons of dashboards in here, like dividing everything up, and I
Hmm?
love paper clips and all that kind of stuff. So speaking of our planners, let's go to our currently pages.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
Yes, because it's the moment that they've all been waiting for
The
is what's
currently
on
page
the
time.
currently pages. So today, for
Got
our
mine.
currently, we are going to do watching and what did I say? Feeling?
Watching and loving.
Watching and loving. Okay, so we'll say feeling for next time.
Feeling for next time.
Yeah,
Oh,
feeling for next time.
all the feels.
So last week we did reading, dreaming, and eating,
Mm-hmm. Correct.
and all of those things are still the same.
Right. Same.
Um, and then like my goals on my currently have just been to like stay on my eating plan. And I started the Spiced Health Challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh, you did. I need to check that out. I
Yes,
saw that brief.
so I cannot believe the success that it's having.
Oh, I
Um,
love it.
I wouldn't say that the hashtag is necessarily like picking up rapidly. It's not becoming like, some kind of viral thing.
Yeah.
But what I did was I figured out how to like start a group with the little button that you can put in your
Hmm.
stories that says chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I just said if you want to join me for the Spice Health Challenge, just click the button below. And I ended up having to make two groups
Oh, that's
because
cool.
so many people were
Congratulations.
interested. So I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between these two groups, and the women in these groups are so awesome, and they're talking about like their struggles during the day, like with their eating, and trying to get themselves motivated to work out. And,
Oh,
it's like a place where we can go and just chat with each other. So if you want to join the Spiced Health Challenge, you can send me a DM and I'll add you to one of the groups, because so far we're almost 1 week down and it has been so much fun and it's held me accountable. I have a section in the back of my planner where I'm writing down everything that I'm eating and I'm tracking my food and my water, my steps.
that's great.
Yeah, and it's just really keeping me accountable. So I think that, starting that and getting some people to join and be on my team has been really cool. And just like knowing that I put it together, but they're over there having conversations that have nothing to do with me. It's like they have all kind of made friends, and it's not like they need for me to lead them. I'm not like the leader of the group because I don't know anything.
I also like that it's not like based around some MLM product that people are selling for weight loss. Like I've seen those like, come on over and join my weight loss groups, and no shade if you sell those or whatever, but like I like this real connection without any like agenda behind it too,
Well, and I don't have anything to sell, and I don't have anything to give, Caitlin. I have just given it all to someone else. So, when I started this, it was really just kind of a selfish way for me to say, I need people to hold me accountable and help me.
Yeah.
If you need that in your life too, then come over here and join this
this
group chat. So nobody is, we're all doing different plans. Like nobody is on the same plan. We've got people on Weight Watchers. We've got people that do intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different workout plans. There's some people that are doing yoga. There's some people that just walk. Like there's no.
Well, and that's perfect because it's different things for every body. Everybody's body is different.
And the first week's challenge was just track your food, drink your water, watch your steps.
Ooh,
that's all. Like I made a little graphic and sent it out and said, okay, here's what I want for us to try to do this week.
Mm-hmm.
And now at the end of every day, the group gets all like buzzy, like around the same time when everybody's like, well, I didn't make my step goal, but I drank all my water. And
I love that.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So if you want to join the Spice Health Challenge, guys,
I'm gonna have to get in there.
Yeah, send me a DM and meet some fun folks. And it's super easy. There's no like, this is not some kind of like CrossFit crazy weight, crazy weight loss.
Yeah.
It's just
you're just getting your mom bods together.
We're just holding ourselves accountable. So.
Yeah.
And I have to thank my Currently page for that because I'm eating on plan and my goals are to stay on plan and to eat right and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So moving on, what are you watching?
I am watching 13 Reasons Why season 3 on Netflix.
Ooh.
It's literally giving me anxiety every time I watch it because I need to know. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there is a big thing that happened and I need to know who did it.
Oh, I think I know what happened.
Yeah, you probably do. But if you haven't watched it, get your Netflix subscription together and go watch it. I think it's probably pretty crappy television, but I get sucked into things very easily. So typically I go for like reality television, but I'm branching out a little bit.
Well, as a film teacher, I would say it's not the best quality television, but I did watch season 1. Like I
think was good.
I watched season 1 and I could not stop. Like I started it and I was like, well, forget this, kids. I'm not going to see you till this is over. There's 13 episodes of this show, and when they're over, maybe you'll have a mom again because I was like determined. Yes, please go away and get on your iPad. And then I started season 2 and I don't know what happened. I didn't get sucked in quite as quickly as I did with season 1, and then I didn't pick it up again. But my students love it and they're always talking about it. So
I think you need to watch it.
Yeah, I think I need to watch it. And I don't have anything else to watch right now because I just finished what I'm watching.
Okay, so what are you watching?
I'm watching Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Yes, and I think it was a show that was on Bravo.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not going to like cast shade at you for like watching something that's not like super high quality television because I don't think that this is super high quality at all.
Yeah.
The writing is fine. Let me just put it that way. Like there's not a lot of, that is the one thing about TV. Like I can kind of get down with a show that doesn't have a very high budget.
Mm-hmm.
But if your writing is crappy and the words that are coming out of the characters' mouths are not believable to me, then that's where I shut down. So
Yeah, I'm not that way. I just need my television to take me away and like give me some drama at some point.
right, but see, you don't watch a lot of scripted TV. Like
I
if
don't.
you're in
Yeah.
reality TV, then you're not looking at the script. So
I like to
I
watch the Real Housewives of Anywhere fight each other, which is so sad.
and see, I like a good solid script because if the writing is bad, then I get distracted.
Hmm.
Because, the English teacher side of me is definitely like when I read a novel, if the writing is bad, then I'm distracted by the novel, even if the story is good.
Right. You're
Um,
like, what happened?
yes, like this is, I just can't. So, Girlfriend's Guide, I don't want to say that I got sucked in, but I did binge watch it.
Oh, okay.
So, and when I say binge watch it, what I mean is every time I had an hour to myself where I could put something on the television that was for me, that's what I put on. So I think it's taken me about a month maybe to watch all, I think there's 6 seasons.
Hmm.
So for some people, that may be moving really fast. Maybe I sped through it pretty fast, but a lot of times I fall asleep when it's on
Hmm.
and don't like finish watching you know what I mean? So
Yeah, totally.
I can't say that I've seen every single moment of that show, but it was good. I liked the main character. She was flawed.
I do like a
And
flawed character.
yes, but I like a flawed character that is trying to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you look at a show like Breaking Bad
Yeah.
and you have a Walter White character that is bad and is not even trying to like redeem themselves, or they just stay bad, or they just get worse or
Right.
whatever. Like to me, that is now I enjoy Breaking Bad. Like I'm not trying to say, because a lot of people think that's the greatest show that's ever been on TV.
It's true. I've never
When
watched one episode. I
when
probably should.
everybody knows that the greatest show that's ever been on TV is The Sopranos.
No,
Um,
Stranger Things.
well, that's not on TV.
It's on Netflix TV. It's on my TV.
You think Stranger Things is the best one?
I love Stranger Things. I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
Like,
my home, we are Stranger Things home for sure.
or Game of Thrones would be my other like all-time favorite.
Yeah, we love Game of Thrones too, but our children don't watch Game of Thrones, but
Oh no.
they do
Yeah,
watch Stranger Things.
same.
So, but Girlfriend's Guide is definitely like bubblegum for the brain. You would
Yeah.
definitely like it, Caitlin. You would love it
Okay.
for
I'll
sure.
check it out. I'll make
Yes,
Brian watch it with me.
yes, he would probably not mind it either.
All right, cool. He'll be our,
Yeah,
our stay in date night because we don't ever go anywhere.
no, we don't either. All we do is like we're making our way right now through the Marvel movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so every time we get a chance to be together and watch something, we're trying to watch the Marvel movies in order. So I guess that's kind of on my watching because I've
Ooh.
never seen them. I'm not like into.
Oh yeah, I'm not either. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't sit through them either. I wouldn't do Brian that solid. But I don't really think he likes them either, so it's not it's not that big of
Well,
a
my
deal.
son is obsessed with it right now, so I feel like I need to know what this is. So,
You need
and
information.
I mean, I know who the superheroes are, but it's just like he knows like the origin and all their like backstories, and I mean, he just goes on, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, Spider-Man's cool. So,
I like his suit.
yeah, I think that's cool that he can climb up the wall like a spider. Um, Spiders are gross, but yeah, and he knows like which ones are DC and which ones are Marvel and like all
Oh,
this
he's
kind of, yeah.
obsessed.
I mean,
Yeah, he
he's like
likes it.
really into it. So we're trying to watch those because he has seen all of those Avengers movies, and I mean like the ensemble movies, like
Right.
Infinity War and all that kind of stuff. And he's constantly trying to tell me what happens in those movies. And
Yeah.
my husband is like, stop spoiling these movies. You need to stop giving your mom spoilers. She's going to get there. So I'm going to just have to watch them. I've never seen an Avengers film with the whole cast. Like I've seen the like little piece by piece, like Captain America and, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen like a whole movie that was all of them together.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just, I feel like that's going to be a lot going on the screen.
I think that will be. There's a lot of
Yeah.
storylines happening there.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see if we make it. But anyway, what are you loving right now, Caitlin?
I'm really loving my quiet time and anytime I get to lay down and go to sleep because I feel like my days are so long and so stressful right now that the only thing getting me through is that little bit of quiet time. And I will
So
fight my kids at bedtime. I'll be like, I don't even care. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30. Whatever. Get in your bed. You're not staying up. Not 5 minutes. Not 2 minutes. No more drinks of water. Go to bed. I need to be quiet.
So is that why occasionally when I try to text you during that time, you don't respond quickly because you're like meditating or
Or watching Real Housewives of somewhere or YouTube crap or
yeah, you don't have your phone like you're kind of you're plugged into the TV but you're unplugged from
yes,
your phone.
exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense because I was texting you last night and I was like, "Where is she?"
Well, last night I was putting my kids to bed and both of them, I won't even talk about it, but I needed somebody to light a candle for me last night because it was a mess.
Yes, there are nights every once in a while that it's like, "Go to bed."
Right. Like,
How
and
can you still be awake?
it was my 12-year-old. I let her stay up late and I was like, okay, you can stay up till 9 o'clock. And that's pretty late for her. She had been up since like 6:45. And I was like, you're probably tired anyways, but you can stay up till 9 and chill. And then Brian, without thinking, he's like, just let her stay up. It's totally fine. And so that like set off a whole thing. And then, oh, it was just a
Oh,
mess.
yeah, it sounds like it. And see, I don't know what it's like to have a 12-year-old. So
Mhm.
I see in my assumption, I thought that a 12-year-old would leave you alone.
I know. No, she does. She's a cuddly 12-year-old. She likes to be close with me.
Okay, well, that's the way my daughter is. So my son, on the other hand, he's like, give me my iPad or some kind of video game and leave me alone. So when he gets a night where we say, you can stay up, see, the
Mhm.
way we got him to learn to love to read,
Mhm.
and here's a parenting tip, folks.
Okay,
Oh, ding,
listening.
ding, ding. It's parenting corner.
Okay,
So last summer, not this most recent one, but the one before, like right after he had learned how to read like really well,
listening.
we told him, you don't have a bedtime if you're reading.
Oh, okay.
So what that meant was at a certain time every night, we took away all of the devices and he was had to be totally unplugged,
Mm-hmm.
but he could stay awake if he was reading.
Oh, do your kids share a room or is it separate?
They're separate.
Okay. See, that wouldn't work for our house because they share a room. So if one of
Oh.
them was up, the other one would be up and then
Oh, I see. Well, they have a Jack and Jill bathroom that does make that kind of difficult
uh-huh.
because the doors to the bathroom stay open all the time because they both want a little bit of light to come in.
Mm-hmm.
So when Daniel is up in his room, like bumping around, Hannah in her room can hear him, and she's like, "Why is he up and I'm not?" Yeah, she's always like, "Is Daniel going to bed?" And I'm like, "Daniel is
That's
older
what
than
my
you."
kids do. Exactly. I know. I'm like, Delilah is 8 years older than you. Lay down, toddler.
No, I don't understand why Hannah feels like she has to stay awake. But anyway, she can't hang. She falls asleep on the floor. Yeah, she's always trying to talk big, like she wants to stay up, but then she's asleep
Cute.
wherever she just sits on the couch and just falls asleep sitting
Oh,
up.
sweet
Yeah,
babe.
but it worked. He loves to read, and
Mhm.
he loves to read because we don't fuss at him about going to bed if he's got a book and
Right.
he's reading. Because my parents used to try to like persuade me to go to sleep and they would take my books away. So yeah, he loves to read now, and the reason for that is because he doesn't have to go to bed.
That's really cool. I like that.
Well, it works in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't work as well in the school year
Okay.
because he can't get up in the morning.
Oh my gosh, right. Mornings are a hot mess.
Yeah, so we've tried it a little, we tried it when after that summer when we had so much success, we tried it then, but it was not working because he was just being really awful in the morning.
What time does he put himself to bed after he's done reading?
He falls asleep reading.
Oh, so you're not really sure what time, or it could
No, I'm
have
not
missed
really
it?
sure what time. And I know that there's probably going to be moms out there that are like, how can you not know what time your kid went to sleep? And I'm like, well, that's because I'm asleep. How am I supposed to know what he's doing if I'm asleep?
No, I like that. I respect that.
No, I know what time my daughter goes to bed because,
Yeah.
but now she's going to be finishing first. Well, she's just entered first grade, and we're going to try it with her this summer. During the school year,
Mhm.
he gets an hour
Got it.
to read, but he cannot make a sound because if his sister hears him not being asleep, then she gets very upset. So I
Yeah.
tuck her in first, and then I go and tuck him in. And I
Yep.
make this big to-do about, all right, buddy, good night. And then I kind of give him a little wink, and then he gets his book out and reads.
Oh, that's kind of cute though, because he gets his own little like
He
special
gets
thing with you.
his own special little thing where he knows that she doesn't know that he's awake.
Yeah.
And then I self-care during that hour.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah, so that's when I can like take a shower and like brush my teeth and do all my creams and lotions and all of my things. And then once I am done like getting myself ready for bed, then I can go and tell him to put the book down, and I'll
Perfect.
So anyway, it works out, and he loves to read now. So, if your kid is, pushing back against reading, just tell them they don't have to go to bed. Just tell them they can stay up as long as they want to, as long as they're reading.
See, my kids are both sleep fighters also. So we also have the sharing the room thing, but then they both fight their sleep. And so if I said you could stay up as late as you want, like they would stay up all freaking night. I swear.
I don't know if they would, Caitlin.
I'll try it in the summer. I'm not brave enough to try it during the school year for sure.
Just try it during Christmas break.
Oh, Christmas break. I don't want to think about Christmas break right now.
Oh, it's right around the corner.
I know. And also No School November is right around the corner, but we're not talking about it yet. I just need to drop them off at school next week.
Well, so what I'm loving right now is fall clothes.
Oh my gosh.
And we've already talked about this because everybody knows that like as soon as September 1st hit, I was like, it's fall, y'all. And I've been saying it like every single day. And I have worn my shoes. But I know that when I wrote out this currently list, because obviously when you get to the date that it is today, you look back at your currently list and you think, well, I'm loving something else right now.
Right.
But at the time that I wrote this, early in the month, before we even started this podcast or before our first episode came out, I wrote that I was loving fall clothes, and it's not wrong. I am loving fall clothes.
It's not wrong.
It's not. Yeah. My currently page is still correct because I have worn boots of some kind every single day since September 1st. Combat boots, riding boots, any kind of boots that you can come up with, I have put them on my feet, and I just strut around my classroom in my boots, and I don't even care that it's 99 degrees outside.
Is it still that hot where you are?
It's still pretty hot, yeah. And it's kind of like it's wet heat. It's like the heat is really wet.
That's the worst.
Yeah, so you get out of the car to like walk to your classroom, which my classroom is a trailer now, so I'm outside more. Yeah, I'm outside more than I used to be. And I am a cardigans kind of girl. Like I wear like sleeveless tops and cardigans. So I kind of look like winter all the time. Like if you saw me on Wednesday, our favorite bag company Moose was on TV on Wednesday, and I went with them.
Yes, oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I went with them for the recording, because I love them and I wanted to see how I wanted to see how all that stuff worked. So I went with them, and I was wearing like all black and like these black combat boots, and everybody else is in like these little tiny like dresses and like little sandals, and everybody's
you're like, no, it is fall.
And everybody's like, it's so hot, and I'm just like, I don't care. I am dressed as a fall person because it is fall time.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to be for Halloween, a fall person.
That's right.
Yes. I don't know what that is. # fall person. So anyway, I am definitely a fall clothes loving. So that's what I'm loving. So, Caitlin, do we have anything exciting coming up on Spiced Chaos?
Oh my gosh, we have something that is so exciting. So exciting. Should we tell them?
Yes,
Should we
tell them? Let's tell them.
Do you want to tell them?
No, you
tell them? Okay.
I want you to tell them.
So, we've been talking about a lot of Happy Planner stuff today. And for all of our Happy Planner listeners out there, we reached out to the one, the only, the woman, the myth, the legend, Heather Kell, and invited her to be, yeah, I know, gasp, pause for a minute, and invited her to be our third co-host with us next week.
That's right. So
and she accepted. She's going to be here.
She said yes. So the next time you listen to Spiced Chaos, we will have Heather Kell will be our co-host.
The Heather Kell.
The Heather Kell from Kell of a Plan.
Yeah, from Kelly Plant.
Yes, she is going to talk to us, and we are going to talk to her about her currently page, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going to get her thoughts on the new Happy Planner Girl line. So I hope that you guys are like still okay with talking about like the Happy Planner Girl, because that's obviously going to be what
Well, and
everybody
there will
wants.
be more releases by that point too, because they're teasing them out on their website.
Yes, there will, but we will be talking to her about lots of other things too. And it's not necessarily going to be an interview with Heather Kell. It's
Yeah.
just she's just going to come on the show and chat with us the way Caitlin and I talk to
And
each
she'll
other.
bring
So
a beverage.
yes, she'll bring a beverage just like we do. So what are you
Yeah.
drinking today, Caitlin?
Today I have Kirkland Organic Kombucha Ginger Lemonade.
Wow, that is so fancy. I have cold brew Starbucks,
Mm.
and I got that pumpkin cream, girl.
Did you
Yay!
get extra pumpkin
No,
cream?
I
Oh.
just ordered it regular.
So Heather Kell is going to bring her beverage. She's going to
Yeah.
bring her wine or tea or kombucha or green juice or whatever she's drinking.
And we will find out what she's drinking when she is our guest co-host next week. I know, it is very exciting. So, Caitlin, I think that we should go ahead and get out of here because we have been
Yes.
talking for a long time and we need to let
Hours.
everybody go because they have other things to do.
That's right. I still got some work to do today.
Yes, and I am going to go pick up my kids and start working on my to-do list because now I've got my planner piece.
Yes, girl.
Yay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to Spice Chaos today. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Bye, friends.
Bye.